Welcome back to Age of Empires 4, the Battle of Bremule. Two heavyweight kings fought face to face to decide the fate of Normandy.
William the Conqueror's sons had resolved their long feud over Normandy, with King Henry wresting possession away from his brother. But the French King Louis VI would not accept Henry's heir as the future Duke of Normandy. Henry's fragile power would face its first test, an invasion by the French king.
A chance encounter in the farmlands of Normandy saw King Henry I face open battle against France's illustrious King Louis VI. We'll see how illustrious it is when he loses this particular battle, but either way, we do have a heavy engagement ahead of us. All right, let's begin.
In the disputed countryside between Normandy and France, a smoldering farmstead gave away the beginnings of a French invasion. At the head of the vast army stood King Louis of France himself.
That is...
An English scout hastily rode to inform King Henry of England, who was still en route to defend his borders. Hearing of the threat, villagers and guards fled their English-held towns and retreated to the stronghold of Fleury.
We are not retreating to Fleury. We're gonna abandon the initial village here, that's not the dispute really. But we are not abandoning this settlement.
Above all, the English forces in Normandy had been commanded to hold the town of Fleury and await King Henry's arrival.
We are gonna fall back to this town over here. Okay, they're gonna get not the lumber camp, a mill. And we're gonna train more villagers. That is a vast
As the village of Crissonville fell, all English hopes lay in holding Fleury for the king's arrival.
Yes, sir. Each will if you would.
Now my hope is, and it is a fool's hope.
And you work. Each your work.
And you work. Ik wil het doen. That's yes, sir. What's the one? That's all. Go get the taker, huh? No, ik wil.
Alright, he does have a large and powerful army to march against me. What can I do against that? Not much, unfortunately. Oh dear. Oh my... Fuck me. Okay. Resistance was never an option. Fall back, boys and girls, fall back.
The town of Granville succumbed to the French, and the English were pushed back towards Fleury.
You don't say. Well, tell you what. I can destroy the buildings so he can't use them against me. I think that would be a really good option. It's just an idea, really. All things considered, it's like, oh, how do you win? You deny the enemy their production capabilities, and if they rebuild them, they rebuild them. Do I need those towns? Maybe not. Not really. So that's exactly what I'm going to do.
In the disputed... Above all, the English forces in Normandy had been commanded to hold the town of Fleury and await King Henry's arrival.
Hester's better than either.
Nu, your last. Yes, sir. Your word.
Each year, on Moda, cometh honor, word letteth us gone.
Your way, Eowarda.
Alright, we're gonna get the mining camp over here. I am not leaving anything useful for the damned French. So yeah, fall back to Fleury.
Your way, Eowarda.
As the village of Crescenville fell, all English hopes lay in holding Fleury for the king's arrival.
Your way, Eowarda. Each timber famous.
The town of Granville succumbed to the French, and the English were pushed back towards Fleury.
Alright.
And your work, eh? Each timber Theos. Ikeo, Shoko!
Hey,
Garu.
Hester's commended. Birthday pay? Each a sayer. Yes, sir.
Garu Upa. Stremor Vida.
Yedita Eoridas, Hellsborough.
Well, we have some troops at the very least.
Estes on red one.
What?
Not enough. Nowhere near enough to withstand what's heading towards us.
What's on your worker? Each a worker.
And you gon' get the know. Each a worker.
Ikeom your selling. Yes, sir. West Duhala. Yes, sir. West Duhala. Cheerless! Your way on your Samiendi!
List each a will.
Alright, so we got some woodworkers. We can get knights, but we can't actually get to the castle age just yet. We don't have the ability to get landmarks.
Yar. Yes, sir. Understood. Ikeom yourself.
So the French king might have a massive army.
Each
But he
timber
doesn't have
Theos.
any more unit production. Unless he gets villagers to rebuild them.
On your worker.
Garu to work.
Now we don't have an arsenal, so I'm just gonna build
Each a
one.
worker. Yes, sir. West Duhala. Yes, sir. West Duhala.
Hold on.
And your worker. What? Yes, sir. Questo off each guy. Off each guy. Ich each timber theos.
What's their faith, eh? Each Tim here a upper. That shoelace and you here a upper.
Alright, and another lumber camp. So I have 15 on food, that should be enough. I need more on gold.
Leo, better we got.
Here he comes.
At last, King Henry and his forces made their arrival at Fleury.
And here I thought I was gonna have a brutal defense mission that was gonna last a while. Alright, we held him off.
Knowing that King Louis himself was on the field, Henry saw his chance to put England's claim to Normandy beyond doubt.
Opportunities? Okay.
Yes, found they know. Found they know. Each a worker.
Bail that meg. Nu, fourth war de freckers.
Yes, sir. It will a do hit. That shoelace veil timbran.
What third here when they off? Ik will a do hit.
Alright, what's the key? Okay.
What's it as to done?
That's there the battle call is with. Strail both this is shall lay the young. You say it's none but then. Strail and Fuse.
What third faith, eh? Each a worker.
Yet just each liveth. Look at you be it read. All is with. Who readeth new, Tulkis. Bail Unsterende.
What's their faith, eh? Yes, sir. West Duhara, each timber face.
Alright, we are gonna need more houses.
Nu, fourth war de freckers. Mit ball Bukas. It is Sita. Andente to servant. It is Sita for act. Nu, Yarast. And mean a word.
Yeah, more troops.
Here when they off. Each timber theos.
Fairer your worth. And your worker, you're on her ephraim. Off way at that.
And your worker. Gone get they know.
Oh,
That's Shole Bayo Tempera.
Hester, each you say.
let's get some deer.
Yet to be ready for Hestus.
Here at offer. Each a worker. Hester's commended.
King Louis, determined to oust the English from Normandy, began sending attack parties to harass King Henry and his forces.
Good on him.
On your work, eh? Each timber fails. Okay, that. Each your work. What surface on Gende new? That Shule Veo Timbran.
And you work it. Each your will. Yes, sir. Which the one? Yes, sir. Understood.
Here I offer.
What's the fifth, eh? Gabriel.
Alright, get more on wood.
Hestus commende.
That initial attack wave was something. This is nothing at all, really.
Yaru to work.
And you work it. What's the fifth, eh?
I'm gonna pick that up for the sake of being able to build town centers, maybe even castles if we can get to the castle age.
It is Sitha for Actus. Dresset yam. We are stirred. Nu, Tulkes. Second yam. Ut readeth nu, Tulkes. Look a yaw be a shall lay the yaw. Heareth yaw are. Yet ut readeth nu, Tulkes.
What surface, eh?
Yeah, that's an attack wave.
And you work it.
Yes.
And you work it.
Much fun. No market. Alright, let's move on. I'm not gonna bother with horsemen. Their mobility is nice, their current status is not. Their horsemen are not really a good campaign unit. Multiplayer-wise, that's a different affair. In campaign, because you're gonna have so many fights. Like, horsemen are not a stand-up unit. They're really for raiding and all that kind of stuff. That's their purpose.
Yes, sir. West Duala. What surface, eh? That Shule Veo. Your way, Iawala.
Now I'm wondering if he's actually gotten town centers here. Alright, I'm gonna buy some food. Okay.
King Henry's men struck at the French forces and recaptured the town.
Right, I'm gonna build a town center here.
Yes, sir. Yes. For Spilla. Look out before we on the way. Let us start. It's Libyan.
Alright, we got some treasure. Let's move on.
And your worker, Hestes Commende. Each a worker. Ike on your celly. Fair done. What third faith, eh? Each a worker.
Oh my.
Look at it is done.
Okay, we need more food.
Your way, Waller. Yaru to work each a gap. That's
Yeah, it's a wheeler.
what third faith, eh?
What third faith, eh? Yarwa, Yowala. That's Shulip.
Yes, sir. West Puhala.
Nu, Tulkes. Leo the hair.
Under the Tierfan.
We are scared.
Alright, let's take that town.
And your worker, Hestes Commende. Yeah, each a winner.
Fuse to servant. Nu, Tulkes, set it down.
Yes, sir. Where's the Hala?
And are yes, you come go.
Hilde Fuss.
Yes, sir.
Alright, get more archers. Alright, we're gonna get some monks.
With the border towns recaptured, King Henry's claim to Normandy faced only one more obstacle: King Louis and his army. In the humble peasants' fields of Bremule, two kings would settle their claim to Normandy.
We are stood. This is Leaf. Weapons ready. I'll mean a word,
Cheerless! Your way on your side.
Hestes Commende.
Alright, we've reached our population capacity. So this is gonna be the army that I take to deal with the king. Ooh boy. That is... What in the world is that army? Dude, that's a bit crazy, isn't it? Alright, King Henry is dead. Or injured, anyway. Say, do we by chance have, I don't know, a relic? Because one right now would be very good, considering the large number of enemy units here. So I'm gonna get some scouts in order to figure out if we can find any. Well.
What hair, sir?
Stand up. Yeah, let us gone.
Look jag vet I ready, Fräckes. Ich gas var het. Ik reder for.
What wilt thou?
Herat neodlich. Yes, sir.
Leod fulliende.
Dein hestes. Redende så het. Ik reder for. Yeah, ik am ganda.
Give me a relic.
Andente to serve. Certes.
Yeah? Yes, sir. Hurra. Perende no. Ich will a reader.
Obestute is non borden. Andente to serve.
He does have stables all around the place. I'm not quite certain my spearmen have the capacity to defeat that.
Look at move better. We got
And Dute is non borden.
Abuga Strelbor. Dida here. Garwigan act now. Here it nu.
Obest ich gas war het.
Well. We'll find out.
Yerwath Garwigan. Leoda, Hersa, Sterande Tima. Nu, yes, sir. Yeah, we cometh on.
It is Sita for actors. Der Sweden med oss kärtende! It's limit to bettest keys cometh on.
Din Hanines litest away.
Yeah, it's too much. It's gonna take multiple waves.
Nu better we got.
I mean, there are things I could do, of course. But having to deal with Royal Knights and not having anything to... Like, the cheese strategy, if you will, here would be to... the cheese strategy would be to build walls. It would be to build town centers and walls and towers. Actually, I'm gonna do just that. If for no other reason than the fact that... Like, if for no other reason than the fact that it's gonna give me a defensive bonus.
What's their faith, eh? Your way, Yolosapien. Eat your worker.
Look at you. Today is none but dead.
Leo, come on, kid. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, those Royal Knights. They are no joke. I'm not sure what the developers intended for you to do as a player here, like... defeating it, sure. You know, I'll defeat it, but it's,
What's our friend they knew? That Shule Bayo Timbrand.
Yes, sir. Where's the holler?
I'm pretty certain the developers did not want players to do this.
Yes, sir. Where's the holler? Eat your worker.
Nu, Tulkis. Set it down.
Strelbord had a gongat on way. Gat Strelbord.
What's their faith, eh? Each Timbrathaios. What's their faith, eh?
Look at you, shall lay the you.
Mark it, let us gone. Steranda Tima. Abuga Strelbord. Yes, yes.
Yaru to work. Each Timbrathaios.
And you work it.
Strelbord. Poliende. Yaru has Abuga Strelbord. Yeah, Berath Wigan. Strelbord. On Styria Strelbord.
Yes, sir. Where's the holler?
Okay, through that...
Eat your worker.
Flap, yeah, Aquillas. Yes.
Yaru to off each a guy. Yeah, Wendy, off. Off each a guy. That's scared of Uber.
It is andente to serve it.
Leoda, Hersa. Let us go.
Yet who readeth nu, Tulkis. Look at you, be ready, practice. Ståndet, ja, fortfarande practice. Mitt barnen. Crix, Kurtis, Normandy.
Nu, Gela, Leonas, on Dringas.
Yes, sir. With certain. Weapons ready. On fire.
And you work it.
Yaru, who takes this actually? Yaru, our nemesis. Fuse, to say, the commander.
Huskala standeth yow! Vlad Boga arose! Huskala, Huskala! Och Huska Västersta Hilder! This is Liefeld! What does they say? Inte säger jäsen. Sådan! Jag tänkte söka lite sträcka i winna! Huska! Huska! Inte stånd!
Alright, with the high ground, my archers are stronger. I think they do units on walls gain several advantages. His army is defeated.
Far from home, but rallied by their king, the English army forced a French surrender and put King Louis and his knights to flight. With the impromptu battle ending in resounding victory for the English, King Henry had secured his ancestral lands under the English crown.
Okay. Louis VI was a beloved king of France. Bright and valiant from a young age, he possessed a fierce sense of duty to the kingdom. But his reign was marred by regular assaults from his own barons. Time and again they attacked his lands, and each time Louis defeated them, earning him the moniker Louis the Fighter. After years of thwarted resistance, the nobles accepted Louis as king and united under him against the English invaders. In his later years, Louis indulged in the pleasures of food and wine, and despite his reputation as a warring king, he became known by another nickname, Louis the Fat. He is remembered fondly as a king who defended the poor and the pious, and who against the odds united the country in turmoil.
Norman domination over England was marked by their imposing castles and new laws. But one passion of theirs also impacted the land: hunting. The Norman nobility, both men and women, shared a love of hunting with birds of prey. To preserve their hunting grounds, they took ownership of the land and outlawed hunting by commoners. Falcons hunt by flying to a great height, then dive-bombing their prey. They are kept hunting fit, using a lure, a pad of leather with bait attached. This prepared them for catching their prey, usually other birds such as rooks and pheasants. While out hunting, a falcon might give chase to its prey far from the party. So, riders would follow them cross-country on horseback to witness the action. After a falcon had caught its prey, it was fed and would not fly again that day. This meant many birds had to be taken on a hunt to keep the nobility entertained. Rather than falcons being carried on horseback, which would jostle them, they were transported on a frame called a cadge. Although falconry was a horseman's sport, hawking was enjoyed on foot. Hawks, unlike falcons, have broad wings and hunt by following their prey in straight flight, often low to the ground, through woodland. Hunting by sight, a falcon's vision is highly developed. When not hunting, they were kept calm by putting on a leather hood, the darkness stopped them becoming overstimulated and restless. Lords of the Sky, controlled by the Lords of the Land. Falcons and hawks were symbols of power and status. They were central to Norman identity.
Okay. Well, that was that's all actually very interesting. Like I do like all these little documentaries that we do have. Okay, so we secured Normandy against the French king. And now we have the anarchy with the Empress Matilda. Wonderful stuff. Costin signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications. And stay tuned for more, because there are quite a few missions to deal with.